Weather story into three neat slices, but one unifying theme so far this morning is the cloud cover. An incredibly mild start across parts of central and southern England and Wales, but a rather dull one. Different story though in the Lake District. Some heavy rain, some strong winds starting to strengthen now. Further north of that though, in Scotland, in Fort William, you can see snow. It's a cold story. This is the tops of the Ben Nevis range, and it looks as though that cold theme will continue for the rest of the afternoon across Scotland. This weather front, the dividing line between the cold air to the north and the slightly milder air down to the south. In fact, incredibly mild really for the early half of December, where temperatures already sitting at around 13-14 degrees in places, barely getting up to 5 or 6 as a maximum in the far north of Scotland. And that will have a consequence this afternoon as that weather front drifts that little bit further north. We could see some snow across the southern uplands, maybe some slushy deposits at lower levels, turning back to rain, and some of that rain really quite heavy down into the borders across the northwest of England and into North Wales as well. The winds strengthening as that rain pushes in. Central and eastern areas a little bit brighter into the afternoon, and as we've already said, incredibly mild really for this time of year. Now, as we move through this evening, our wet and windy weather pushes quickly south and east. The winds changing a little more around to a westerly through the overnight period. Still breezy, no frost or fog as an issue, a few isolated showers in the far north, and still some of these wintry to the tops of higher ground. But tomorrow will be a quieter day, still rather breezy, but hopefully a little more sunshine across England and Wales coming through. The winds strengthening, gales or severe gales developing anywhere to the northwest of the Great Glen as we see some heavy rain, but a milder afternoon for Scotland with highs of 9 to 10, highest values perhaps of 12 degrees. But some very wet and windy weather is likely through Friday night into Saturday across the extreme northern half of the country. Pretty miserable start to the weekend, I'm afraid. We're going to see severe gales, persistent rain likely through Northern Ireland, Scotland, northwest England and North Wales. Windy elsewhere, but drier and still very mild. That weather front slips its way south and east, weakening somewhat and stagnating across England and Wales. So hopefully something a little brighter as we move into the far north of the country. So the weekend summary is a very wet and windy start for the far north. Windy but brighter down to the south on Saturday. All change for Sunday. Lighter rain down to the south. Hopefully something a little drier and brighter in the north. Something to look forward to. Rita.
Thank you, Louise. Now, a reminder of our top story this lunchtime. British war